All right, ooh.
Are we rolling over here? Go ahead and hit the go. Step out. And nice and low. Okay, step right in. Mary, pull up a little higher. This way, and there you go. Say something fancy and slap it nice and low.
All righty. Woodbridge, I'm a liquidator. Take one.
Thank you. You're not supposed to hurt yourself. Though.
Yeah. Watch the fingers.
Some no insurance for that. That's crazy. Mary, thanks for your patience while we set this crazy stuff up. This is what we do for a living, I know. So, do you mind if I take my mask?
Yeah, go right ahead.
Thanks.
It's nice when you can breathe without the mask.
I know this hair on my face, it just turns into a rat. Mary, you were selected, and thank you very much for your time. And you guys can do whatever you need to do. We're going to talk here for about a half hour. So anyway, just don't play baseball or anything like that. Andrew and the other, your RM and regional guys and gals, they just said, hey, she's got this thing about her that says she takes ownership of her store. Now, I've never seen your store, but it's got a reputation even down in marketing back down there in Richmond. And so that's kind of how you were selected, yeah.
Oh,
so
nice.
See, these my styles. Double duty camera guy and style.
Thank you.
And you can make yourself comfortable. We're using 2 cameras, so we'll be able to edit between the 2 of them in the final edit, and you'll be able to see this before it goes, I can't say massively public, but you'll see it when it goes public. So Andrew and the other leaders picked you out because you seem to take ownership. They felt you take ownership of your role as the manager up there at Lorton. And they like that about you. They're like, oh, she owns that store. You're not just a team member coming in. She owns that place. That's what they say. So I've got a couple of questions about that kind of stuff. And you can say whatever you feel like. There aren't really any rules.
Okay.
And I may even ask you to say stuff over again. Can you say that again with different words, things like that?
Yeah.
That way we can just sort of take what works.
Gotcha. No problem.
And don't, until I ask you to, don't look at the cameras. You can just look right at me.
Gotcha.
It works on that. Yeah, make yourself comfortable. That works. Are you leaning forward?
I am not. I lean back.
Well, if it's okay. You can. Yeah, you don't want to slouch.
No, I'm trying to not. I don't want to sit super uncomfortable for 30 minutes.
What's that?
Maybe sitting forward just a tad.
Yeah.
It kind of helps a little bit.
How about that? Does that look good?
You're good.
Yeah,
okay.
You're good. It might not be the most comfortable, but
it's fine. It's only 30 minutes.
So let's start. Why don't I just have you state your name? You say, hi, I'm Mary Polk, and I'm the store manager of whatever you call your store.
Okay. Hi, I'm Mary Polk. I'm the store manager of Lorton, Virginia.
Good. Can you say that again even a little slower?
Hi, I'm Mary Polk. I'm the store manager of Lorton, Virginia.
Good. So the one of the new core values, company values, is own our outcomes. We used to call that, act like an owner?
Yeah, I think act like an owner.
Same thing.
Yeah.
Now it's called own our outcomes. Same idea. So let me ask you to talk about that idea in general. From the standpoint of a store manager, what does it mean to own your outcomes, and how do you deal with your crew like that?
So when you own your outcomes, win, lose, you accept it and you take responsibility for it. You celebrate the wins, you focus on the losses or the opportunities, and make a plan to have that not be an opportunity in your store again.
What's the difference between a loss and an opportunity?
I try not to be so negative by saying loss, I guess. So it was just another way to word it. So, I mean, a loss, missing plan, having an employee leave for whatever reason. You try and find out what those reasons are, and when you hire somebody new, make sure that they don't have either those same properties, or just make sure that things that went wrong that caused them to want to leave don't happen with the next employee. And then missing plan, did we follow up properly? Did we work the open order report correctly? Those kind of things. Like, did we do everything that we could and put every effort that we could towards making our plan?
That's good. I'm going to ask you to say most of the things that you say a couple of times, and I'm going to ask you over and over to slow down.
Sorry, I'm a fast talker.
It's okay. You'll almost need to speak what will feel unnaturally slow.
Okay.
Because it will end up coming across faster on video. So tell me again, kind of the same idea. It's using that idea of opportunity, ownership and opportunity. As a store manager, how do you communicate that to your crew?
So we have a meeting after every month ends. We talk about what things we didn't succeed at and how we can be better at them. So, for example, if we misplan, what could we have done better to make plan? Whether it's make better follow-up calls, getting initial great notes in orders, work our open order report properly, and set good expectations. Just things like that we can work at, and that are small goals that we can get better at and achieve to, make sure the next month we're successful.
I like that phrase, expectations. Let's pretend you're talking to one of your team members.
Mm-hmm.
A junior team member just got hired maybe. How would you get that across, that idea of your expectations as store manager?
So my expectation is mostly that everybody comes in and gives 100% every day that they come in. You're helping a customer, you always make sure that you put every effort towards finding a solution that works for the customer.
We'll do that again.
Yeah, no problem.
So my expectation, let's wait till they answer. So again, you're talking to a new team member that you hired, and sort of part of the onboarding. My expectations, go ahead, nice and slow.
My expectation is that they put 100% towards what they do every day. Helping a customer and just making sure they have the right product and the right thing for their needs. We want to make sure 100% of the time we're doing everything we can. Even as simple as something as loading a customer in the back, making sure that you count the boxes, make sure they're comfortable with what they have and what they've received. Just 100% of what you do, even if you're just making sure the showroom is presentable even for customers, doing that every day consistently.
When you again, talking with a new associate, how would you guide that person? Let's say they're a little nervous about talking with customers. They haven't done a lot of that, customer face-to-face.
Yeah.
How would you counsel a new employee about interacting with customers?
Just don't think of them as necessarily just someone who you have to be afraid of. I don't know how to explain that in a good word.
Start your phrase with, say this. Say, when we interact with customers,
When we interact with customers, we want to just be ourselves and be comfortable with them as if you're having a conversation with someone that you just met, that you're just trying to get to know. With the flooring project, that's pretty much what it is. You need to get to know about their project. So you don't want to necessarily let them intimidate you. Just have a conversation, get comfortable, let them get to know you, you get to know them, and then you can, build on that from there.
Let's say I'm a customer and I have a complex flooring issue. Multiple levels, waterproof, hardwood, transitions, carpet. How would you take ownership of my project so that I get a good deal out of it or a good result?
You want to try and take notes and make sure you listen to every single bit of it. And the notes part of it is important because the more complicated the project is, the more little small pieces to it that there are. If there's something that you're unsure about, you partner with someone who's more knowledgeable. We can tag team, work together as a team to help the customer to make sure that their needs are taken care of.
Say that again. We can tag team to make sure. Say that again slowly.
We can tag team to make sure that the customers are taken care of. Work together.
That line will make it into the video, I'm telling you right there. I'll ask you to say things over again and just barrel down to just that bit, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
How important is it to you personally? I mean, I don't know you personally, but when you come to work, how long did you say you've been with Lumber?
7 years.
That's a long time. That was about when I came on, just about 7.5, 8 years ago.
Yeah.
And so you've been around the shop a while. How important is you? How important is it to you to own your store and to say this is my place? And I mean, how does that play out in your mind?
I've always taken pride in what I do. So to have anyone be able to walk into my store and see that it's clean, that it's running well, that's all very important to me.
Say that again. I've always taken pride in my work, and so to have them come in.
I've always taken pride in my work, so to have anyone be able to walk into my store and see that it's functioning well, that it's clean, is important to me. I feel I'd be embarrassed if someone came in and I wasn't doing everything that I could to make sure the place was running well.